Hello, Namaskar, Sat Shri Akal, Adab. Welcome to this new series of talk sessions organized by CT Group. The talk series is called Vartalap. This is the very first episode of Vartalap, and we are here with 5 experts from different fields of education. These experts from various institutions of CT Group have been handling various portals in education. This talk series has been envisioned with the aim of throwing light on recent issues and also discussing issues that have not been explored yet. We all are living in this COVID age, wherein this physical landscape has been taken over by the virtual landscape. Education is also one of them. Education is also influenced by this COVID change, and it has transitioned completely from its physical mode to the e-learning mode. We all have witnessed a lot of changes, whether it be methods of teaching or it be the way we have been conducting our classes, there has been a complete change. Now, this particular session is also concentrated on talking about the theme online education. How the physical setup has transitioned into e-mode, how we have all adjusted ourselves to the e-mode of learning. Today we have with us experts and representatives from 3 levels of education, that is the school, the colleges, and the university. So let me introduce you to our experts for the discussion. To begin with, I'll introduce you to our first expert, Dr. Gurvinder Bakshi. Dr. Gurvinder Bakshi is a visionary leader and a renowned academician with 20 plus years of experience in education and the corporate sector. Sir is a doctorate in marketing management and has a vast experience in teaching and administration. Currently, Dr. Bakshi is working as a Dean Academics at CTU for the last 2.5 years. Welcome, sir, for today's session. Our next expert is Dr. Sangram Singh. Dr. Sangram has worked in different capacities in reputed organizations and has 20 plus years of experience in academics and in the industry. He's a doctorate in management and has held lead positions in various verticals and has managed core processes including general administration, examinations, etc. He has been associated with CT Group for the last 13 years and is currently working as the Dean Academics with CT Group of Institutions, North Campus, Jalandhar. I welcome Dr. Sangram for today's session. Welcome, sir. Our next expert for the session is Dr. Anupamdeep Sharma. He is a reputed academician with a diverse and rich experience of more than 18 years. He has worked in different verticals of research, teaching, and administration. He's a doctorate in physics and has led teams for core processes like general administration, examinations, admissions, and has also held the charge of registrar. Dr. Sharma is currently working as Dean Academics at CT Group of Institutions, South Campus, Jalandhar. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our next expert in the session is Ms. Harpreet Panesar. Ms. Harpreet is an experienced educationist and is a postgraduate in English. Madam has a rich teaching experience of more than 29 years. She has been working in CT Public School since 2011, and she's currently working as a PGT and Head English Department. Welcome, Madam, to the session. Our next expert is Ms. Mukta Sharma. Ms. Mukta is a young and dynamic educationist. She's a graduate in IT and is a postgraduate in English. She has more than 10 years of experience in teaching and industry. She has worked with reputed organizations like Wipro and NIIT. She has an experience of dealing with people, training people, and team leading. She's currently working as an English educator and content writer at CT World School. Welcome, madam. To begin with the discussion on online education, I'll first like to talk to Dr. Bakshi. Dr. Bakshi, please let us know certain things about higher education. Students entering higher education or pursuing higher education are already conditioned to traditional classroom teaching. And how difficult was it to accustom them to e-education? Also, let us know what were the challenges in the initial phase of transition in this COVID pandemic.
Thank you, Dr. Bhular. Students in this part of the India, they are not accustomed to e-learning or online learning, though they have been going through certain courses which have been offered by SWAM or books. But when it comes to the teaching online after COVID, students do face certain challenges, and on the part of the educational institutions, they also face certain challenges. The biggest challenge that the institution faced is that is, as far as the theory is concerned, it is okay. We have been able to do justice with delivering the theory part, but when it comes to practicals, there we are falling short of it. And hands-on practice of certain subjects is not possible. That is the biggest challenge. Secondly, when it comes to internships, many of the industries, they are totally shut. You can take up the example of hotel management. You can take up the example of airline industry. They are totally shut up, and students, they are not able to do their internship with the organizations. That is another problem. Now, on the part of the students, variety of issues are there. First of all, when a student, he is in a school, he has a lot of ambitions, aspirations, when he will go to university, and he will be having social interaction with his fellow students. He will having a different kind of environment, which is very liberal, and he will be interacting with his teachers frequently. So that social interaction is totally missing. So this is the biggest threat which I have been thinking, how to sustain this online teaching for a long time. That is going to definitely pose a big challenge to the online education.
Thank you very much. And I am very sure that we'll be taking up these issues in a very positive way. CT has always been very progressive, be it techniques, be it methods. We've always dealt with things in a positive way.
Certainly, certainly.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you. My next question would go to our next panelist, Ms. Harpreet Panesar. Ma'am, could you please throw some light on how social media platforms are helping education? How is it propelling how e-education can further lead new dimensions to education? How are we engaging our school students with social media platforms?
Right, Pam. This pandemic has definitely shut down the physical schools, I would say, and the virtual schools are in function, right? So the students are forced to study at home through virtual classes, and thanks to all the apps that are available, we have Google Meet and Zoom and Kahoot, that is from CBSE and all. So we are using these apps and teaching them online. And not only academics, we not only deal with academics, we are also talking about various activities. We make the children participate in various activities, like we have celebration of various important days, right? Then Mother's Day, and then Independence Day was there. Then we have music classes, dance classes, all these competitions are going on. And we engage the children, we give them time, and then they perform, they send us videos, and we check their videos, and then definitely we give them prizes also. So this is the way we hold competitions, and we encourage the children to participate in learning both ways, like entertainment also as well as academics.
Certainly, ma'am. Thank you very much. Of course, with the ICT intervention, we have ICT to our help, and ICT has so much to offer, be it collaborative techniques, be it the social space where students can talk to each other, share their own ideas, share their own expressions, also share their creatives. So ICT has so much to offer. If there's a darker side to this COVID, there's a brighter side to it. Thank you, madam. मेरा next question है Dr. Anupam Deep Sharma जी से, who's our expert for the session today. Sir, बहुत सारे modes education के और भी बहुत प्रचलित हैं, जैसे कि flip teaching है या blended learning है. काफ़ी कुछ सालों से हम इन modes के बारे में सुन रहे हैं, और काफ़ी जगह पर ये modes जो हैं वो use भी हो रहे हैं. But आप क्या देख रहे हैं आज से 10 साल में, क्या ये जो modes of education है, क्या ये पूरी तरह से dominate करेंगे education को, या हम लोग वापस physical education की तरफ ही चले जाएंगे post COVID? What is your take on this, sir?
Thank you, ma'am. As per my opinion, ये जो अब scenario आने वाला है, अब जो future आने वाला है, now it's a time for hybrid education. So we can't think of कि एक ही तरह की एजुकेशन चलेगी या एक ही तरह का प्लेटफॉर्म जो है वो कामयाब होगा, वो सक्सेसफुल होगा. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू से, इवन इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू थिंक ऑफ. सो अब ये पॉसिबल शायद नहीं है, हमें दोनों ही तरह से सोचना ही पड़ेगा। एंड थैंक्स टू दिस कोविड आल्सो, इसने हमारी जो मैन पावर है उसको ट्रेन भी कुछ इस तरह से कर दिया, उनका माइंड सेट अब चेंज हो गया है, इस नई चीज़ को उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट करना शुरू कर दिया है। एंड धीरे धीरे इस चीज़ के ऊपर नई नई जो उनकी कंपेटिबिलिटी है वो बढ़ती जा रही है, विच विल हेल्पफुल फॉर अ स्टूडेंट आल्सो। एक टाइम था कि वी आर जस्ट ब्लैक बोर्ड टीचिंग में हम लोग एक टीचिंग कर रहे हैं, उनको दिखा पा रहे हैं, कुछ दे पा रहे हैं, बट समटाइम इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गिव द 3D इमेजेस, वर्चुअल इमेजेस। नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड ऑनलाइन हो रहा है, तो सारी की सारी ऑनलाइन टीचिंग चली गई है, एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल ऑन डिफरेंट प्लेटफॉर्म। तो वो प्लेटफॉर्म की हेल्प से हम सारे का सारा स्टूडेंट्स को वर्चुअली उनको इमेजिन करवा पा रहे हैं, जो कि नो डाउट एक अच्छा मेथड है टीचिंग का। वीडियो और जो विजुअलाइजेशन है वो हमेशा माइंड के ऊपर ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट डालती है, वही चीज़ अब हमें मिल रही है, जो कि नियर फ्यूचर में नो डाउट ये बढ़ेगी।
बिल्कुल सर, वेरी ट्रू। द मोड ऑफ एजुकेशन जो हम लोग पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, जिस मोड ऑफ एजुकेशन में वो सिर्फ फिजिकल था, दो वी हैव ऑल्सो टॉक्ड अबाउट अभी बहुत फ्लिप्ड एजुकेशन, जो बहुत एक नया मेथड बहुत पॉपुलर हो गया है, एंड लॉट ऑफ कंट्रीज अक्रॉस द ग्लोब आर यूजिंग दिस मेथड। ऑल्सो ब्लेंडेड मोड ऑफ एजुकेशन इज़ बिकमिंग वेरी पॉपुलर, जैसे अभी डॉक्टर शर्मा ने भी हाईलाइट किया है कि अभी द गोइंग बैक, द रिवर्सल सीम्स नॉट पॉसिबल, रिवर्सल नहीं हो पाएगा, शायद हम लोग इससे आगे बढ़ेंगे। और पोस्ट कोविड भी ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन जो है, इट इज़ गोइंग टू कंटिन्यू, एंड दिस इज़ द फ्यूचर ऑफ एजुकेशन, दिस इज़ हाउ फ्यूचर इज़ गोइंग टू कंटिन्यू।
I would like to add, ma'am, if you allow me, please.
Sure, sir.
So during this time of COVID, we are talking about the COVID warriors. Here, the teachers, these are the warriors. Those are not in front of the screen. They are back screen warriors, and we must recognize all these teachers also. So it's the time, I think, that these warriors should also recognize for their hard work, for their new learning during this period of COVID.
Sure, sir, very true. Specifically women working from home, teaching from home, also taking care of their kids, जो भी घर से पढ़ रहे हैं, उनके खुद के जो बच्चे हैं वो भी घर से पढ़ रहे हैं और वो भी पढ़ा रही हैं। So yes, this is another challenge which is both for men and women, दोनों के लिए है, पर थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा it's more for females who have the responsibility of taking care of their kids as well. So ये एक challenge है और हम इसे अच्छे से कर रहे हैं। My next question goes to Dr. Sangram. So, the intervention of e-learning has led to a transformation of teaching. Everything in teaching learning has changed. As a leader, how do you address the challenges of quality and effectiveness of online learning? And have there been any new protocols devised for online curriculum transactions and also to monitor the teacher performances?
Thank you, madam, for asking the question. Basically, when we're talking about monitoring, we basically divide into three categories. First is engagement, students' engagement. Second is gaining it, okay? You call it satisfaction. And third part is achievement. We divide into three categories, and based on three categories, we keep on monitoring it, evaluating. First of all, I'm talking about engaging, whether the students are properly participating in the sessions, whatever is going on, whatever teachers is teaching. And second part is when I'm talking about satisfaction, whether the students are satisfied or not. When I'm talking about satisfaction, we keep on checking what exactly teacher is teaching and what the student is basically take away, what he is able to learn and how he is able to learn. And for that, we keep on taking the test, quizzes and all that. That is keep on going on process. And the last part is we're talking about satisfaction. We're talking about satisfaction as a sir shares, Bakshi sir shares. We're talking about the feedbacks also. We regularly take the feedbacks. In initial stages, we take the feedback. At the end of the session, we also take the feedback. What exactly it is delivered, how it is delivered, what is the curriculum, and what exactly students are able to learn it. And we keep on, it's not like that monitoring is done at a single step. It's keep on going and going on. And it's always keep on checking whether it is perfect, it's fine. We keep on checking what to do, what not to do, what to add on, so that students are able to learn something new. For this, we used to keep on different sessions from expert also, as I am discussing with Dr. Bakshi also. We keep on talking about alumni talks also. We keep on calling the industries, we name it as a leadership talk. So we keep on monitoring and checking what exactly is going on, and that is students able to gain it or not.
Thank you very much, sir. Very true. The feedback is very essential. It's a very important component of how we enhance our quality, and whether it has been the deliverables, identifying the methods, what techniques are we using, CT has always excelled. So I hope we all will together move forward and handle this challenge. Definitely. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, Ji.
My next question would go to our expert, Ms. Mukta Sharma. Madam, in online education, learners are not just physically surrounded by teachers, but they're also into a physical setup, which they find very comfortable. And this is a challenge to keep the students motivated and retained for attention in a virtual setup. How can this issue be addressed? And what have we been doing at City Group to address this challenge?
Thank you so much for the question, ma'am. I believe that in online teaching, one of the major challenges which is being faced by not only the educators but by the parents and children was psychological barrier. And if I talk about learners like passive learners or kinesthetic learners, it is difficult to deal with them when it comes to online teaching. So there are certain strategies which are being followed by us, by my colleagues, and which include, like, number one, I would say collaboration. Suppose if I'm working on a project, I'll have my own base to work onto it. But if I'll collaborate with my students, initially, indeed, they were a bit confused about it, but later on they started the research work and it really worked out. So online teaching was a cakewalk for them. Then if I talk about student autonomy, I would say that making a schedule for them regarding their assessments or their assignments, it really worked out because there was a one-on-one conversation with them. And if I talk about City World School, it's a kind of that individual support is being given to the students because we believe that uniqueness of every child should be the utmost priority. So such strategies have not only helped them to get motivated, but have also encouraged them to some extent because they believe that they are getting certain opportunities to work on. If I talk about competitions, if I talk about certain platforms we have provided them, so they are feeling motivated and encouraged. So this is what we're working on, and indeed it will be a success in coming years.
Right, ma'am. Very true. The physical space changing to the virtual space is posing so many challenges, and the psychological barrier is, of course, the most important one.
Exactly.
And for a teacher, handling the psychological barrier and entering into the mind of the student is the most important challenge.
Exactly.
And I think we at CT are doing a level best, and teachers here are making the most of whatever opportunities we have to come up to a good conclusion and to reach the students.
Yes,
Thank you very much,
Most
madam.
welcome. Thank you.
Women have been facing more challenges as compared to the other gender, और हम लोग ज़्यादा इस चीज़ को और ज़्यादा फोकस कर पा रहे हैं. Though we have been dealing with it, बट और ज़्यादा फोकस करने के लिए और ज़्यादा एनर्जी चाहिए. तो और ज़्यादा एनर्जी कैसे हम डाल पा रहे हैं? लेट्स टॉक टू आवर एक्सपर्ट मैडम हरप्रीत. मैम, प्लीज थ्रो योर लाइट ऑन सम लाइट ऑन दिस.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Actually, it's very important to be positive in life. हम अगर पॉजिटिव रहेंगे तो हम सब कुछ मैनेज कर सकते हैं. कोविड है, नो डाउट. हमें वी आर रिस्ट्रेन, वी हैव टू कीप आवरसेल्व्स एट होम. स्कूल का काम भी है, वी हैव टू डील विद आवर फैमिली, वी हैव टू डील विद द स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो, राइट. सुबह से हम उठ जाते हैं, वी हैव टू बाइंड अप एवरीथिंग, घर का काम एंड ऑल दैट, एंड देन वी गेट डाउन टू आवर वर्क एंड फोकस on our work at that time. That's more important. So we have to remain positive all the time. अगर हम positive रहेंगे तो सारा कुछ manage हो जाता है, और this is the way we are managing, and I hope that the pandemic quickly gets over and we are back to normal. Thank you.
Anyways, women have been handling and executing more roles than the other gender. More empowered women we have all around us. और जो women जो challenges face करती रही हैं पहले, this online education has even increased those challenges. But we all look forward to working towards it. It was a very enlightening and a very informative session. And I'll now like to request all our experts to conclude the session with their expert remarks. Sir, Dr. Bakshi, can you please begin with you?
Yes, this online education is going to remain with us for the time to come. And the fact is that it was already there. And many of the foreign universities, they were already offering these online courses, particularly short-term online courses, and they were very popular in India also. Another thing is that the UGC is already promoting SWAM portal and MOOCs courses. So we were also doing it and implementing in all colleges and universities. So it is going to, only thing is that this COVID has become basically a catalyst. Now this has generated a new interest in this case. Now everybody has come to know. Earlier only few institutions, few people, they were aware of it. Now everybody has become aware of it. Now the question is कि how judiciously we are going to use it. Now the blended education is basically कि how face-to-face and online education is going to be implemented, and its component is flipped classroom. कि as far as your instructions are concerned, as far as your overview is concerned, that can be given when the student is alone, he's at home. This precious time can be saved. And the time when the student is in the university or in the campus or in the college, that can be utilized for his hands-on practice or the experiential learning along with his fellow students. It could be the group exercise, or it could need the demonstration of his experienced person who could be his teacher or instructor. So in this way, what I think it has a great future. Only thing is how judiciously we are going to use it. And the time to come is going to be very good. I think this is the silver lining in the time of COVID. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your concluding remarks. Madam Harpreet, what would you like to say?
Online teaching definitely is very challenging, no doubt. But yes, the children have become more disciplined, I would say. Earlier in the classrooms and all, the children would at times, bunk classes, and they would, create chaos also at times, like because they are children, they can do anything, right? But now they are in front of their parents, and they are more disciplined. They are responsible now. And moreover, there are many activities which the teachers are telling them to do. So it gives them hands-on to experiential learning, which is very important and is the need of the hour.
True, ma'am, true. Thank you very much. Thank you. Dr. Sangram?
What exactly ma'am is saying is, if I summarize it, that is called blessing in disguise. That is a fact. Basically, we learn, बहुत चीज़ें हमें सीखने को मिली हैं. बच्चों ने घर बैठे बैठे उनके पास इतना टाइम है, they learn ample things. ठीक है, but all the matter is attitude. Attitude is everything. If we are positive, we are self-disciplined, it means we are on right track. We can learn n number of things because we have ample time right now. We need not to travel. हमें travel करके जाना नहीं है. घर में बैठे हैं, घर बैठे भी online everything is available. Teachers are teaching online, and as Bakshi sir shared, we have n number of platforms from which we are able to learn it. So it's a good opportunity for the students to learn something new.
True, sir. Thank you very much. Madam Mukta, would you like to add something?
Yes, ma'am. I believe that technology is always being considered as the backbone of education. And if I talk about this era, I would say that one-on-one sessions with the students and collaborating with them on certain projects have, no doubt indeed, it's been a motivation for them. And if I talk about certain opportunities, social platforms like Instagram, Facebook, they are getting popular and they are getting motivated and encouraged as well. So I feel that online teaching is indeed the future, and from flexibility to accessibility, there are certain things which have been provided to them. So indeed, we're working onto it, and it will be a success in the coming years.
I want to add something else also. So it's basically like sir is sharing what exactly it is. So there is one line, it is called crossing a road with safety. Safety is required because we need to check what exactly is going on, because no doubt there are positives also, there are negatives also. We need to keep a check also. That's why I'm saying crossing a road with safety. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sangram. Dr. Sharma, could you please give some concluding remarks?
I will start with the sir only. Sir has already given the views that all these medias and social media, they have the two views, the two sides of the coin, positive as well as negative, but it's very difficult to see the negative. But here, I will stress on the positivity only. It's a very good time to give the experts from different platform, from different, now it's all the globe is in our roof now. So we have different experts, we can give the more and more exposure to our students, which is, I think, beneficial for us as well as our future students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you all the experts for their concluding remarks and for enlightening us with your wise words. It was a very enlightening session and a very informative one. I'd like to conclude by saying that online education, of course, as Dr. Bakshi said, has a silver lining to it. This COVID has presented a situation to us where we can all equip ourselves for challenges of future. So to end, thank you everyone. Thank you all the experts for being here with us today. And we will go on with such sessions in future, and we'll keep you lit up, will keep you enlightened with whatever is going on in education. Thank you very much. Signing off from the session, this is Dr. Mandeep. Thank you very much.